Welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time, we were put under arrest for the possible destruction of the Peragus mining station. It actually wasn't us, but if we hadn't been there, it probably wouldn't have been blown up. You know, I guess we're guilty as charged in some ways. But we've been attacked while in jail, and so they're moving us to house arrest. And Patton says we need to go, so let's ask him why.
What do you think the TSF is going to find at Peragus? That could bring the Sith... You know what? Forget it. As long as we're trapped here, it doesn't matter.
We'll ask Graham.
We cannot stay in any one place too long, but our path has brought us here for a reason. I must meditate on this. In the meantime, we should rest.
Yeah, you go ahead and meditate. As for me, I could use some sleep.
Okay, thank you for that gratuitously cryptic comment, Graham. Okay, well, good to know that the phone still rings. What a pain. Yeah, this is the first of several phone calls. I'll wait on gaining the level until I actually have my full party back. So,
Why don't you answer the terminal? Doesn't sound like they're gonna leave us alone.
Jesus. Hatton, stop interrupting me. Anyway, this is from TSF person. I'm not actually going to bother with the call. They're just telling you about quests that are going to pick up anyways.
Maybe we can get back to sleep now.
No, we're going to get back to more phone calls. And we're not going to listen to them either.
We should get back to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately. Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge you.
If she served in the war, well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man. A child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of a sort, and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability. For a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
She has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that she turned away from war, did all that she could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this, and we do her a disservice by not speaking of this while she is present.
Yeah, stop talking about me behind my back.
I've come to inform you that the Talosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Peragus facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated or incarcerated. As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
Okay, and how long is that going to be?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
Okay, and our ship?
The vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station and entertainment module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk. The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave.
Okay, and T3?
After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
Okay, and now we are at the second real area of the game.
Now what? We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off the station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost in the crowd.
We'll go there eventually. Let's ask Kreia.
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
Okay, well, let's get to it.
Makes sense. I'll follow your lead.
And I'll gain these levels off screen. I'm really running out of Force powers that are worth picking up. I picked up Force Valor. Force Valor gives you bonuses to all your physical stats, which sounds useful, but honestly, it's not, because it only lasts 20 seconds. It's really not useful. And this guy was one of the guys who tried to call us on the phone, and more or less he's asking, if he'll come do this side quest for him. And he could ask about the Restoration Project, and they ask about Zerka. If you played the first game, you know that Zerka is the sort of epitome of evil companies. I'm just skipping through his dialogue because it doesn't mean anything, and it's very repetitive. This is one of the things that the original Knights of the Old Republic got dinged for, was that the alien dialogue, and there's a lot of it, is essentially just subtitles. I mean, that there are maybe 3 or 4 tracks, and they just repeat endlessly. So, anyway, what do they want us to do? And his leader, Chodo Habat, is a spiritual leader and apparently knows something about the Force and maybe can help us out with our Force problem. And,
perhaps Chodo Habat should turn his eyes to his own people if they truly suffer so.
And he apologizes, because Krea's being Krea. Yeah, and he says, come visit us. You can also work for Zerka. Zerka is essentially the dark side option. The Ithorians are the light side option. But let's go get our ship. And we'll get back to this merchant later, but hey, what's this going on here? And it's an accident.
That didn't look like an accident to me or my associate here. It looked like you wanted to make a fool of him.
And more or less he wants to run away.
Not even an apology. That won't do at all.
What's exactly going on here?
This Sullustan here had a few things to say about us that we didn't take to so well. We're just trying to work out our differences.
Okay, let's see what he has to say. And more or less he says that they started it. And they're gonna, kick his ass.
This doesn't have anything to do with you, stranger. Just move right along. Have a drink in the cantina.
Alright, well, we're gonna step up to his defense.
Just my luck. Someone who wants to be a hero. Why don't you run along before you get hurt?
Right, you asked. Well, I don't really want to fight them.
Then you shouldn't have gotten involved.
This is just a gratuitous opportunity to get light side points. See? And, since they're using blasters, I should probably activate... where is it? Energy resistance. So that we're essentially immune to their attacks. And then it's just a question of going along and beating the crap out of them. All of your characters have a feat that they gain as they gain levels, which increases their barehanded damage. You could nominally play this game without using any weapons at all, and just sort of using bare hand attacks. It's not very effective, but it's functional, and honestly the game's not that hard, so if you wanted just to do it as for variety, you could. But, I don't know. There are some gloves that give you bonuses, but for the most part, you're stuck with just these basic attacks, and they're really not very effective. So I'm going to have Krea use a couple force powers just to speed the things up a little bit here.
Time to take you down to size.
And he complains that the mercenaries are out of control, and, we can ask why they're allowed to. And Zerka's hired a lot of mercenaries, and they're not really being controlled. The Republic has to do something, but, of course they won't. So, you should probably get out of here, because I'm not going to, sit around here and be your bodyguard. And you can refuse the reward for even more light side points. I'd rather have money. honestly, there are enough opportunities to get light side points that I could actually use the credits. Admittedly, it's not a lot of credits, but, you know, compared to something I'm going to get for free soon enough, it's, might as well just take the money. That cantina we'll come back to as well. And here is our destination, the TSF office and the protocol droid. But we'll have to leave it for next time because we're out of time, so see you then.